Comfort's a plague. Comfort is a malarial Indian blanket that we wrap around ourselves, desperately trying to shield us from the winds of conflict and change that blow around us. And for a little while, a blanket soaked in malaria, a blanket soaked in plague, a blanket soaked in smallpox. I guess you can't soak a blanket in malaria because that comes from mosquitoes, but a smallpox blanket, that's what comfort is. It's a festering bacterial blanket that you pretend is shielding you from the winds of change. And maybe it is, but during that entire time, you're getting a deadly psychic disease that's worming its way into every pore of your body and gnawing at your pleasure centers, creating parasitic bits of your personality that have broken away from your main self. And that's when you end up with these behavior patterns where you look at the hand bringing the cigarette to your lips and you feel yourself inhale that toxic smoke and you think to yourself, who is this? What am I doing? Who is that? What are you doing? It's you. It's just a broken off, fragmented part of you that's gained its own consciousness and awareness and is controlling the better part of yourself. It's what I call the meat body, the disgusting, hairy, angry animal that lives inside all of us, desperately waiting for us to lower our guard just long enough so it can pull our cocks out and start jerking off to low-level porn, to start pouring booze into our mouth and start stealing things and start eating shitty food just because it's all it knows. And that's the war that we're up against. That's the real war. The war's not with the Taliban. The war's not with Al-Qaeda. The war's not with Iran. The war is with the stinky, mealy, meat body, maggot, monkey thing that lives inside all of us and only wants to come and eat. That's the battle. We've got to get that thing whipped into shape, transform it from a fat, dopey, old, pale, silly thing into something that resembles Bruce Lee and is there to help us and not hinder us on our great journey towards happiness and towards the far shores of the multiverse where we get to exist in some form of nirvanic paradise for infinity. We're a long way from there, it's true, but I think we're gonna get there faster than we think. At any second, the sun snake that lives coiled in the heart of the sun could come bursting out of the sun and devour the moon, which would cause the tides to get fucked up. And I think it would also reverse or compound or extend or annihilate the menstruation cycles of all female creatures on the planet. I don't know what that would do, but it probably wouldn't be good. You don't want to mess with that. And thanks to the moon, which we all know is an egg for a pipe smoking caterpillar named Freaky, the caterpillar hasn't been born yet. Once he does, everything gets better. But until then, we've got to take it easy and not piss off the sun snake.